Hello, hello, and welcome back to How to Start Your Drafting Business Facebook group by Stephen Shade. So we're trying to finish up this garage we've been working on. Here, right now, I have a lot of the layers selected right now. It gets a little confusing. Let me erase a couple of these just to make it easier to see what's going on. All right, since we last got together, I added some things here. Let's see. And I figured I would go through them with you so you would have an idea of what's going on. Let's see. Okay. So a couple things that we did starting here. All right. So when we met last, we were talking about the elevations. And when I mentioned the elevations, we needed to put some beams in here on the porch. So what I did is I took this beam here and copied it over to to the porch. And here on the porch then is all the beams that go across. And we didn't do one single beam because it's more expensive. I just put multiple beams. All right. And so what I'm going to do here actually is label these beams, and I'm going to put them in a schedule. And the schedule I have here, see the doors and windows. I'll need to do that too. Okay, here's the walls. Okay, so with this particular plan doesn't have a beam schedule, so what I'm going to do is add to this text right here. I'm going to put wall and beam schedule. And then I'm going to add another section to this chart. It's pretty fast, pretty straightforward. See if I can get it lined up pretty good there. All right, this one here needs to come down. All right, so then this gives you an idea of what we're going to put on here. Now this is going to be like the beam, so what we're going to do is make sure it has the same texture. That way they can recognize the pattern and match it up with the item so they know what they're looking at. Now I'm just going to go with what the contractor had suggested, and this is the owner slash builder of the home. He's also a contractor, so he suggested for these beams that they would be 4 by 8. So like the 2 by 4 walls, that way they're as thick as the walls. So I'll be putting that right here in the description. So this is going to be 8 inches. And then the stud here, it's 4 by 8. There we go. And then under here, the notes, I'm going to put the length varies. That way, and I'm going to put, I think I might, maybe I'll even, you know what, I think I'm overdoing this work here. Let's double check. I just remembered I might have the beam schedule over here in the roofing area. Look, there it is. Look at that. So that's the type of beam, the label. I'm going to put, instead of glue lamb, I'm going to put 4 by 8 right there. And 2 beams is fine because one of them is going to be the same length throughout, and then one's going to be a little longer. I'm going to show you that. These ones here, going from this wall to that wall, is the same length as this one here, going from this post to this wall. And the same here, but this one here is a little longer. It's about 1.5 to 2.5 inches longer right here at the end. So I will put A, and then B, and then I'll put the lengths over here on the chart. Okay? So I wanted to point that out. Now, right now I'm working on the foundation sheet. And in here, we got two of the details. We got the stem wall detail right here, and we got the portal frame detail. Now this shows how to construct this garage door opening, and the stem wall shows how to do the foundation on the edge of the walls. Okay. Now there's going to be a different type of wall right here. Well, maybe not. Well, I could draw another detail right here showing that this patio slab would be coming off of this detail right here on this side. So I could do that if I wanted to. I don't think I need to. I can probably get away without it. But I definitely need to put in a new detail for this, which I have. Let's see if I can get over there. Already drawn up right here. But I wanted to show you how to create a viewport so that you can put this picture of this on our foundation plan. So like I said before, this plan is already kind of a template, so it might have a viewport already set up for the detail C1, DC1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check my views and look at them. Let's see, I think this is it. I should bring up a menu. Yeah, here's the menu of all the details, or all the different viewports, and I labeled them with what I'm taking a picture of. Now I'm going to look for the DC1 just to make sure I don't have that one already. It doesn't look like I do. So let's see, detail, foundation, okay. Okay, so I don't see any DC1, so I'm going to go ahead and create one now. I'm going to close that. I'm going to say view, viewport. I'm going to name view, create a view. I'm going to highlight my box, or highlight the thing I want to take a picture of, and then I'm going to label it DC1. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to my foundation plan, and I'm going to put in a viewport up here in the corner. So view, viewport, viewport. And I just try to match it up with this corner right here. Just eyeball it a little bit, just so it looks good. There we go. And I'm going to select the one, DC1. Click Go To, and then close the window. And there is the picture of it. Okay, now it looks like I just got above this dotted line. The dotted line is the printer area when the paper prints out. So I want to bring this down below that dotted line to make sure it gets printed. Otherwise it's outside the printable area. Notice this line's gone. If there's a little glitch in the software, it's actually still there. No need to worry. Alright, so the next thing I need to do, I'm going to point this out to you here. I labeled this right here, little labels. These are the strapping that was required as per the detail. Right here, the STHD 14s. Alright, and then also I noted them here in the notes. Icon 7, the STHD 14s. And those are big metal straps that get poured into the concrete and go up the side of the wall to help hold that wall from tipping over. Okay. So we also need to know, we need to label these. The DC1 label has to be across this thing. So let's go do that now. Come over here. And I'm actually gonna copy this part to see if I can use it. Because it might be easier to do. Bring it over here. Okay, I want to see, I'm going to erase the beams. Make it easier. I'm going to get rid of these room labels. Like patio beams, another plan I used. Patio beams. Room titles, there it is. And then I'm going to add back the foundation plan, foundation. So that way I see everything, all these lines. Undo the copy, bring this down. Now I want to come across this way, because that's what my picture is. See, it's got the patio slab there, then the post. Alright, come back over here. So we're going to take this portion, put it right here in the center. And this line here, I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. I'm going to bring it up right down the center. I think I want to put it on this side. Actually, I think I could put it over here. Line it up with this. There we go. There we go. Now, I don't like to cut my D in half, so I'm just going to put it right there. Oops. I meant to press I for intersection, so I can end this line at the intersection, but I actually pressed V, so it put the end somewhere else. Okay, so that works good. It goes up there. Now, they don't really know where it ends, so I need to put a little black box over here to show where it ends. I right-click on it to add in the brush, black, and I left-click on it to activate it. Make sure it's on the foundation. Details is good. And then come over here, just put a little black box. And that's just to indicate the end of this. Let's go back to the foundation plan. See what that looks like. Yeah, DC1 right there, right there. So they know. So now we need to put this stem wall in. I'm going to put it over there. And then I also need to put in the portal frame, which I'll put right there. So the portal frame was DC4. So let's go back to our plan. All right, here we are. Copy that. Okay, put this one right here. Either in here or out there, depends on where I have space. Now this is supposed to be DC4, so we're going to see if we can edit this. Okay, it's not text like it needs to be, so we're going to have to add a text box. Let's borrow this one. Oops, I deleted it. My bad. Alright. Okay, let's get inside there. This is supposed to be a 4, so we'll just delete that. Delete that. Now that text has the different fonts. So I'm going to try to see if I can match the other font. I believe it's Simplex. Simplex. I think it's this one. Let's try it. Yeah, that's pretty close. Make it a little smaller. Alright, there we go. Detail C4. Let's take a look. Yeah, C4. So that'll match. Okay, let's see. We have the stem wall for the garage. Same thing, same thing. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. Yeah, DC3. Just gonna copy that bad boy. Save myself some effort. Gonna bring it up here. And let's see here, which way? Okay, so it's to the right. Let's grab this guy. And this line. There we go. There we go. trying to get that lined up. There we go. Alright, it's a little long. It doesn't have to be that long, but I think I'll just leave it. It doesn't hurt anything. Okay, so these roof peak and pitch stuff, they are the roof notes. Let's see, are they here? Roof plan notes. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the foundation and see what we got. Oh, did you see I erased the roof plan notes and my 4 disappeared? That's funny. I'll have to fix that. All right, let's go back to the paper, the work plane. Roof plan notes. Here we go. And grab our 4. Let's put that back with the foundation. There we go. All right, now I'll go back to foundation, paper space. There it is. That's good. That's good. This needs to be fixed. It's a half scale, so let's go fix that. Back to the model space. I don't know what that is. That looks like a random thing. Ooh, look at that. Mechanical plan notes. For some reason this ended up in the mechanical plan notes. Let's move it to the details so that we cannot lose it again. Okay. Now this is a half scale, like I said. Mechanical plan's already right. Nope, it's not. Okay, we'll fix that too while we're working on it. And north is to the left, so we should fix that too. Let's grab north. Make sure our copy's not on. Rotate 90 degrees. Yep. Let's move our north down. Don't need that. Okay, let's fix this one. All right. Yep, 90 degrees. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the foundation paper space again. Looks good. Looks good. And sometimes it does this where it erases stuff. It's still there. Just for some reason doesn't always show up. See, there it is. Okay. So now that I got all the details, all the labels in place, this fixed, this is now finished and ready to go. So now this one here I will be sending to the client. So I'm going to print this out into a PDF format and then put it with the rest of them and give it to the client. Now this is the second sheet of the 7 sheets. I'll have a cover sheet, the foundation, framing, roofing, mechanical, shear, and the elevations. I got to looking at our detached garage a little bit more when I was thinking about this foundation plan, and it's always good to just kind of sit and stare at it every once in a while just to get an idea and really think about it. Yeah, what I was thinking about is the garage is going to have a slight slope to it down that way, so I'm going to want to put a little direction thing on there. So I'll go ahead and put that in here. Foundation. There we go. Well, foundation details. That's right, fine. Okay, so just in here, you want to put a slope right here. Now, when you put these slope lines, your contractor is going to look at how big they are, and that's going to help him kind of decide how much of a slope. So if you put a slope line throughout this whole thing, he's going to slope the whole garage. And if you put just a slope line, a small one at the very lip, he may only put a slope at the lip right there. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're doing this. All right, I'm just going to make a little arrow here. There we go. And I'll add the word slope that way in just a minute. But I want to let you know that this the stem wall for the garage, let's see, where's it at? Right here. So on the edge of the building, they put this stem wall all the way around, and it's got the same elevation throughout. And this part here, though, will vary in height. The highest part of it will still leave a 2-inch spot. So let me show you a little bit closer. So up here at the top of the wall, this will be 2 inches, and then it'll slope downward. And towards the end, you might have 4 inches. So there's maybe a 2-inch or a 2% grade or something like that. I could look at the details. Will show me what the grade is. Yeah, slope the floor at 2%. So that's 2 inches every 100 inches, right? 2%. So we'd have to measure that out to figure out how many it would be. But if we look at that here, though, we're going to have that little 2-inch stem wall all the way around. And patios are also traditionally below, so they'll be 2 inches. So then right here, you're going to have a little stem wall sticking up, so you're going to have a little step up over every time you go in and out of the garage. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, okay, the storage area right here doesn't need, the storage area right here doesn't need to be sloped. So what we should probably do is make this flat so that it has just one step down into the patio and one step down into the garage. And it'll be just like 2 inches up above both. So when you're hosing off this or you're hosing out off this and here, that you don't get water up in your storage area. So to do that, we're going to go to the foundation, and I'm going to indicate that there's a lip right there by putting a line across. It's a 6-foot line at a 180-degree angle. Okay, so that indicates the lip. And then I'm going to change this right here to this footer. So this one here is going to come down. This one here, I'm going to make a copy of it. Come up. And then I'm going to take this one across. Now this one here I made a copy of. I'm going to grab the big piece. Yeah, that's it, I think. Bring it down. And I'm going to add one across here. Right here. Okay, come on. I'm just going to make sure it's got the right angle there. And just go to the pin and make sure it's dashed. Okay, great. Alright, so now we're going to have a detail for this, because it's a little bit different. And then we'll have a detail for this wall right here. So we're going to add 2 new details. So this one here, from the garage into the storage unit, is this one. This will be inside the storage unit, and then this will be the garage. Okay, so there's only a footer underneath this section. So actually I'm going to go back up and erase this footer right here, because there isn't one. Let's bring it back to there. That's just continuous like that. Now this didn't turn out right. Let's try that again. Just need to go straight up with that. And then make it dotted. Dashed. Here we go. This is too long now. There we go. So this is stem wall. This is stem wall. This is traditional foundation. This is the step down. This is also traditional. Okay, so we're going to have 2 more labels in here, like this. I'm going to copy this over. Save the copy function. I'm going to put this right about here. I'm actually going to make it shorter. It's too long. I'm also going to flip it around so that my label is inside going out. Like this, and I'll put the label right there. And then I'll put another label out here going in. So let's copy that out. Actually, I'm going to press escape to cancel that. I'm going to copy this one because it's longer. Either way, I have to rotate them. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Oh, good. That's good. It just needs to be out a little bit more, so take that out like that. There we go. I'll put the label there and there. Alright, so far we got C1, C1, C3, and C4. So we don't have a C2. So we need a C2 and a C5. Let's take a look. This is already C2, so we'll leave that one. Copy that label, bring it up here. Here we go. So there's C2. Now we need detail C5. C5 is... This is supposed to be C5 right here. But right now it's labeled C1. So let's see. Okay, this is not a number. So let's make it a number. Let's go find our C4 that we made a number last time. There we go. We'll copy that. Copy function is already on still, so we'll take that over here. Bickety bam. All right, now let's undo the copy. Change this to C5. Text general. Here we go. 5. Now we're going to copy this one. Actually, I'm going to make my 5 a little smaller. Now this is a circle. It's a proper circle. There's a little bit of glitch inside TurboCAD and it makes it not look like a circle sometimes. Don't worry about that. For some reason it doesn't look like I'm highlighting the circle. So let's see if I am. I'm not. Okay. Let's see, why can't I circle? I bet you this circle and that line are grouped together. Still can't grab the circle. Wow. Just keep exploding it until it works. There we go. There we go. Gonna move that back. There we go. Oh, now it's grabbing the line in the middle too. How fun. Pieces of it. Alright, we're going to copy that C5 over. If it got more difficult, I was going to just do a different route. Copy the letters and draw a new circle. Alright, there we go. Now there's a little line in here. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to take this big line, bring it all the way across. There we go. So we've got C5 and C2 in there. So now we're going to also need to put those on our foundation plan. But before I do that, I want to put in the little notes to indicate the slope and the thickness of the concrete. So that's in here. 2% slope is 0.6 and a 4-inch concrete is icon 4. So 4 and 6. So we're going to take our little notes here, the 7s, and we're going to copy those. And we're going to put them out here and out here. And I'm going to change them to what they are. Alright, so 6 was the slope. So we'll put this as a 6. Oh, it's going to do that now, is it? Alright, let's try exploding it. Sometimes, no, we just got lines, not numbers. Sometimes it translates these things into lines and sometimes it translates them into numbers, especially when I copy stuff over from other plans. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to copy that number over here and change it. Okay, I think 4 was the... Where's it at? 4 was the thickness of the concrete, 4, so that's good. So then we just need a 6. Alright, let's put another 4. Copy still on. Make this into a 6. There we go. Now when you open it up like this, it doesn't copy when you're checking out the properties of it. And I think I'm just going to erase these two bad boys and this one. And what I want to do is indicate that it's this whole area. So to do that, I'm going to put these little lines in here. I'm going to come up from the corner, up at like a 45-degree angle here. And then I'm going to come out just a little bit at about a 90-degree angle. Holding my breath trying to get that line in there. There we go. And you know what? This is going to be even easier to do too. So I redraw it. Where's our... Okay, give me a text. Thank you. There we go. So 4-inch thick, 2% grade. Now, why you want to do the 2% grade on these? Because people like to spray their decks down with water, clean them off. Plus rain might get on them, etc. Okay. Do you want to indicate this slab in here is 4 inches thick? All right. So let's see here. We want to put a text right here for slope. So let's grab our number 4. Copy it over. And again, the reason why I copy existing text, because I know it's on the right layer. And it's got the right font, and it's got the right size, and everything else. So it helps speed things up. Alright, text general slope. There we go. I think I'm going to double this here. Now this is the x-axis, so if I rotate it 180 degrees on the x-axis, it'll flip it up over there. So let's do that. Rotate x 180. Alright, sort of almost worked. Just got to slide it up. There we go. That's a better looking arrow. So we got a tiny bit of white space in there. So I'm going to bring this down. There we go. Okay, so those are the notes I wanted to show you, just to add in these, and then I decided to make this flat so you don't step over a hump, you step up on it. So this will be the highest point in the whole place, and the walls will sit flush on the top, and then there'll be stem wall around the rest. All right, so there you have it. Now officially. Well, maybe not officially. Almost officially. Let's come back over here. I'll show you what I forgot. I'll give you one guess. Go ahead and write in the comments below what I forgot to add to this sheet. All right. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you would like more information, please join my Facebook group called Starting a Drafting Business. Inside that group, I share tips and tricks on how to get your own drafting business started. I also have some tutorials like this one about how to use TurboCAD. So I look forward to seeing you in the group, and I'll catch you next time.